Well, Geo, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Now, I want to start at the weekend against Sunderland. Obviously, it wasn't the result we were hoping for, but it was an opportunity for many of those players who haven't played against Tier 2 opponents before to have their first test of quality at that level, which must have been really useful for them and you guys to watch.
Yeah, it was a really difficult game on Sunday, as people could see, and we knew from the outset when the draw was made that it was going to be difficult because they're a championship side, they've got quality players, and I think they turned up on Sunday with a plan and they executed it really well. From our point of view, I think it was a good learning experience. We did some things well, and we did some things that could be better. So a big learning curve, and there's a massive gap between the leagues. And I think it was clear to see on Sunday that technically they were very good, physically they were strong, and mentally you could see that they came with a plan, they knew what they wanted to do, and they made it difficult for us straight from the off. But it was a big learning curve for the girls, and I'm sure they'll have taken something from that.
What was the main message to the players after the game?
The main message was not to be too disappointed. We don't like losing, obviously, but to try and take some positives from it. Have a look at teams that are at the next level and where we aspire to be. And don't be too upset with the result. But it's important that players do reflect on how they played on Sunday. It's important that people learn that we could do this better, we could do that better. So that's the messages from after the game. Don't be too disappointed, but we'll look at the footage and see what things we could do better. Because we did some good things, I think, but there was a lot of things that we could have done better, so we'll take that learning forward, hopefully.
Away from the pitch, it was an absolutely fabulous atmosphere with over 500 people down at Coach Road, some that we're seeing regular week on week for years, and some new supporters as well, which must have been great for you guys in the dugout.
Fantastic. The supporters are just unbelievable. They travel everywhere, turn up in their numbers, and it's such good fun playing in front of them. The players get a real buzz from them, and we're lucky to have such good support. It does make a massive difference. You can say cliche things about your support, but we really appreciate the effort and the time that people give up to come and see us on a Sunday. It's really fantastic. And they were great on Sunday. We heard them, even when we were struggling in the game, you could hear them shouting and backing us on. So always really good, always fantastic, the support.
As we've got you here this evening, I wanted to have a chat about your department, the goalkeeping department. Mm-hmm. This season, it's been a bit different. You've had probably more goalkeepers than you've ever had at the club training, with Liv here pretty much on a full-time basis, and Jazz as well, who's playing on loan at Torquay. What's it just been like for you, that dynamic between the three goalkeepers?
Yeah, it's been, so for me personally, it has been different. It's been really good because, and in the goalkeeping department, you need goalkeepers that are going to push each other. And I think we've got that now. Each of them brings a different dynamic to goalkeeping. They're very different characters. Abby Bond's very experienced. Liv is a young goalkeeper who's got huge potential. And Jazz is a goalkeeper who's got some experience as well from playing at Plymouth Argyle. And they each bring different elements of that to training, which is really, really good for all of them. And I enjoy it as well. I enjoy managing their personalities, and I enjoy what they bring to training. I'm a big believer that if you're going to bring people in, they need to offer something in training, and that's what's happened this season. So it's been really good for all their development, I think.
And we've seen a bit of rotation occasionally in goal between Abby and Liv in the first team, which must be great for the competition between the two of them as well.
It is good, and it's difficult being a number two at a football club, and I understand that from Liv's perspective, but she's 17 and she's taking the opportunity that we've offered her, and she's taken it with both hands, and I hopefully she'll get some more game time as the season progresses, and we know where we are in the league. But she's got a bright future if she sticks at it and trains like she does. I can see big things for Liv in the future. And if I was 17 and got this opportunity, I would have taken it with both hands. So it's great to have her here, and we're excited to have her here. And she's got a good mentor in Abby Bond. And Jazz, again, also brings something that, Liv can aspire to as well.
And you were just saying as well, Liv has the opportunity to play regularly as well in her schools league too.
She attends Mount Kelly, and she plays games in the Independent Schools Football Association, so she has regular football there, which is good for her development, good for us as well. Keeps her ticking over. And
what some people also may not know about yourself is you also coach in the GDC. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because you seem to be the busiest man in the cliff on Thursdays.
Yeah, I do. So on a Thursday evening, I coach the Girls Development Centre, and which I really enjoy. So we have Maddie and I, my assistant goalkeeper coach. We look after all the goalkeepers at the development centre, so we split them into groups and coach small groups, 4 or 5 at a time. And again, these are young girls who are coming from local clubs who get an opportunity for some extra goalkeeper coaching and hopefully take it back to their clubs where they play on a Saturday or a Sunday. And also there's a couple of older ones in the under 16 age group who have got potential for the future, who are playing for Deb. So Amy Lockyer, Emily Brown, they're both young goalkeepers who are doing good things with the Devon FA. So it's good to have that sort of level of goalkeeper, coming through.
And it must be really rewarding for yourself as well.
It's very tiring for myself. That's what it is, Charlie. It is rewarding. I mean, anybody that knows me will know that I live and breathe goalkeeping, and it's nice to see. What's nice is to see that the children on a Thursday night come to the sessions and they come back the next week and they're happy to come back. That's a massive plus, so we're obviously trying to do something right by them, and it's great to see.
And you've been at the club for a few years now, but obviously this being the first year at Tier 3 level, yeah. What have you noticed from a goalkeeping coach point of view as being the most different from Tier 4?
I think, from my perspective, I think the goalkeepers at this level are technically a little bit more astute, I would say. And I've seen from some of the games that we've already played, there's quite a lot of really comfortable goalkeepers on the pitch, happy to play with their feet, happy to play short and long, good technically with their hands, read the game very well, distribution's good. That's a big thing I've noticed, that distribution has been a big part of the games that some of the teams have played against us, and their goalkeepers have been very good. So that's something that we, can work on and try to improve. There's always something to improve, always.
And we'll be looking to now take that, I imagine, into the Gwalia game this weekend. It's the first league game for a while. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, I'm expecting a tough game from Gwalia. It's always a physical game. They're a team a bit like ourselves. They'll go the 90 minutes. They'll put in a shift. And when the girls come off the field, they know that they've played against a tough team from Wales. They've got some really good players. Players that are a threat and that you have to be wary of. And I think when we played them the last time, we were behind, and we did really well to come back and win that game. But it wasn't an easy game, and it won't be an easy game on Sunday. There's no doubt. But there's no easy games for us, and this will be difficult on Sunday. But we'll be prepared and we'll be ready. We'll be up for it.
How much are you looking forward to getting back to league action?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. I love the FA Cup. I really enjoy the FA Cup. After the Scottish Cup, the FA Cup's my favourite thing. But no, it's always good to get back to league action, the bread and butter of it all, and just see where we take ourselves at the end of the season.
Amazing. Well, we'll see you on Sunday. Thank you very much.
Thank you.